In terms of the root cause analysis, it's ongoing. Tomorrow, the WMATA participates with the NTSB, the WMSC, Kawasaki, and its subcontractor, ORX, to observe testing of non-conforming wheel sets at ORX's facility in Tipton, Pennsylvania, and also the Greenbelt Yard. So again, that process is underway. The data will come from that. It will go to NTSB to analyze. But one of the first steps is basically to take a look at these wheels that were non-conforming, the wheel sets that were non-conforming, both at their plant and also at our yard. In addition to the service update and the plans for the 7K and the root cause, I also just wanted to highlight some of the early actions we're doing right now, and not waiting for whatever comes out of the analysis, but other things that we can do. So we're investing in enhanced technologies, including procuring advanced, basically more sensitive, more accurate inspection equipment to use for use by our maintenance employees. We're migrating to a paper-based inspection process to an electronic system-based. That way we can basically monitor things by the second type of process. We're building a data analysis capabilities to conduct predictive analysis regarding component failures and employee reliability center maintenance practices. We also are accelerating a pilot program currently underway that uses wayside technologies to automatically inspect wheel sets on the tracks to augment the interval-based inspections, the every 90-day inspections that we were doing in the past. We're surveying and identifying any existing quality issues that require escalation throughout the organization. Metro safety, reliability, quality officials will meet with the rail car engineering and maintenance staff for the entire car fleet. Metro is enhancing its efforts on the reliability team to focus on component reliability. So this is, in effect, components and subcomponents. The reliability team will provide regular reports and briefings to the safety organization and Metro leadership. This includes establishing new reliability metrics for system and components. And then I just wanted to wrap up with a few clarifications. There's been a lot of information swirling around. First, there has been no indication or evidence that anyone knew of the wheels on the incident train to be losing connection with the rail prior to the derailment that brought the train to a stop. Yes, there were 3, in effect, derailments of that train where that wheel, in effect, climbed off of that rail. But the operator did not know that, nor would anyone else. It's later, afterwards, when we went out and inspected and saw some of the markings in the rail that was identified. Metrorail mechanical staff were aware of a handful of wheels were out of alignment on many thousands inspected, as I stated Friday, and required those to be replaced. And they were replaced and returned to service. And also that Kawasaki has actively engaged in this matter as a warranty issue with Metro, and that has been going on for a number of years. So with that, I'll turn it to the chairman if you have any comments before opening up to questions.
Yeah, thank you, Paul, and appreciate that update. And I think the general manager taking this step is a very good thing. I think to keep everyone up to date, I've been hearing from a lot of our stakeholders and others that service plan updates are really, really important to them because they're hearing from their constituents and others that, they want to know how they're going to get to and from work or just getting around the region. And it also emphasizes to me that how important Metro is to the region's recovery and the region in general as it operates day to day. So I appreciate that, Paul. And then I'm also encouraged by the fact that we're working so closely and collaboratively with the Safety Commission on getting the 7,000K safety plan in place, developed and in place to hopefully get some of those cars back as quickly as possible so we can increase service and reduce those headways.
Thank you. So with that, Ian?
Thank you. If anyone has any questions, please use the hand raise function. I'll try to come to folks in the order that they raise. I see Jordan Pascal with WAMU is first. Jordan, go ahead.
Hey, Paul. How are you doing? So there's been some internal reports and reporting around, which trains were affected on this, and was wondering if you can confirm a little bit about the wheel issue, that there was some specs changed halfway through the order of the 7,000 series, And if that is the case, how does that affect a return to service? Are we less worried about these later trains? Could you address that a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's too early to speculate on any of that, Jordan. I think that's definitely one area that the NTSB is looking at. We're looking at with them, but I think it'd be speculative right now to comment on that.
Thanks.
Mhm.
Any other questions, please use the hand raise function or on Zoom. If you can't figure it out, feel free to unmute now. Heather Curtis, go ahead.
Hi, I just have a quick question of clarification for you, Mr. Wiedefeld. When you say train sets, do you mean an entire train or do you just mean a single car? I was just a little confused about that.
A train set would be the entire train that you see when you're on the platform.
Gotcha. And do you know how many will be in these sets? Will it be 8 cars?
No, there'll be 6-car trains, 6-car,
6 cars. Okay, thank you, sir.
because that helps with the headway side of it.
Gotcha. Thank you.
This is Kevin Lewis with ABC7 with a question.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi there. Sorry, I don't know how to raise my hand. So with the cars being removed from the Shady Grove Depot, how much added capacity in terms of trains do you anticipate that bringing to the system?
5 additional train sets.
And that work is still actively ongoing to take them through the
Yes.
construction zone?
Yes, yes. And it's a little bit more complicated than it sounds, just so you know. You have a major construction site there, you have power issues, you have other safety things that we put in place. So all that's got to be basically freed up so that we can get the cars through there. So that's what we're working on right now.
2 just follow-up questions on that. When do you anticipate those 5 6-car sets to be on the other side of the construction?
I will, as we give these daily updates, we'll bring you up to speed on that. I just want to let you know that that's what we're in the process of. As that gets clearer, we will tell you when that comes out. I don't want to speculate or put a number out there right now, because I know a lot of people working very hard to get that to happen. So let them do their work. And we will, on our daily update, we'll bring you the latest on that.
Great. And would it be fair to report then that once those sets are out, full capacity, barring 7,000 series remaining out of service, would be around 45 6-car trains?
We will give you the daily update on the number of train sets out there. I think that's the better way to do it.
Fair enough. Thank you very much.
The reason I say that is we're doing a lot of other things with the 6,000s and the other ones that we're doing. So that's why I said that.
All right, any other questions before we wrap today?
Yeah, this is Jack Moore, WTOP. I was hoping you could clarify, Mr. Wiedefeld, on the number of axles found out of alignment from the current round of inspections. I'm trying to square the 18 figure with figures that Ms. Hamady talked about last week.
Yeah, I'm not sure what numbers she used. Do you recall what she used? I don't have it off the top of my head.
I have it pulled up here in front of me. So I believe she said last week that before the inspections began, there were 18, found in the regular inspection so far this year. And then after the inspections began, after the derailment, 514 of the 748 rail cars were inspected and had found 21 misalignments.
Yeah, I am not clear on that. I know that since we've done the inspections, since the derailment, there's been 18. Okay. So I would think if following the numbers that were put out there, it would have been 18 prior to the derailment and 18 after the derailment.
Anyone else have a question this time? Jordan,
out of the roughly 3,000 inspected.
Got it. Jordan, with the WMU, do you have your hand still up from earlier?
Yeah, just one quick question. For both the Pauls, what has been your experience riding the trains in the last week or so? And then for Paul, just a quick follow-up. What level of service do you think would be appropriate to kind of meet the needs at the moment?
Yeah, it's a few things. Mr. Chairman, you want to talk about your experience, if you want to start there? No.
Yeah, I was actually, I took the train Friday to go downtown for a meeting. and I experienced what everyone else is. The train itself actually wasn't all that crowded at the time I left. It was around 11:30, but I waited close to 35 minutes for the train. So it was a long wait. I had just missed one about a minute or two before that. So but I had given myself enough time to do that. So, and on the way back, it was about the same, maybe not as long a wait, but, it wasn't all that bad crowd wise, but I have heard from several folks that they have experienced, some crowding in the trains.
Yeah, so that's been my experience too. It's what line you're using, what time of day you're using it, so there's a lot of variables, as you can imagine, that do that. So you can get on the train at a certain time and it'd be relatively not crowded. You can get them, another time and it can be crowded. So, I mean, that's for sure what's playing out. We have our ridership, again, pre-derailment was roughly about 30% pre-pandemic levels. So that has dropped some. And then obviously the scale of the operation has dropped some with roughly 60% of the fleet out. So it is I understand from a customer perspective, it's clearly not what we want to offer, but it is the safest thing that we can offer.
Finish things out. Heather, Curtis, do you have one more question?
Yeah, so I'm wondering, and I apologize if you've already said this, how long is it going to take to get all of the 2000 or to start getting the 2000 and 3000 series cars back on the tracks?
From Shady Grove? Yeah.
I guess any that
Yeah.
you have available.
Yeah,
Are
no,
they
it's
all
from
at Shady Grove?
No. There's some
Okay.
that are there. Again, when we did the construction, that we have the different yards, and there's different
Oh, gotcha.
cars in different yards. So that will be, again, we'll update that daily as they come out and let you know what that'll be. I would assume it's probably in a week to 2 week time frame to get them all out of there. It depends, again, on some of the electrical issues, the safety issues, and the basically moving some of the construction equipment allowed. If you've been up there, literally, we've had to build large platforms on top of the tracks so they could do the work above. And there's large cranes out there and there's a lot of equipment out there. So that all has to be moved safely. And then we've got to make sure that any movement of the trains is safe through there. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to rush that. We're going to do it in a safe manner. We want to do it as quick as we can, but it's going to be safe when we do it.
And one last question. Once you get all of the 2000, 3000, and 6000 series trains that are available to put onto the track, on the tracks, what percentage of the fleet will still be, or how much of that does that restore? 60% is out now. How much could be restored using the 2000, 3000, and 6000 series cars once they're all out?
Well, in theoretically 40%, but that's, our goal is to get the 7,000s out there. And that's the other, again, that is the other focus of us. Again, is yes, we want to get as many of the existing fleet we have that we can get out there to deal with the immediate pressure. But the real solution is getting the 7Ks inspected and monitored in a way that we are all comfortable from a safety perspective and get that service out there as quick as we can.
Great. Thank you so much, everyone, today. We'll keep you posted on future briefings. And as always, you can reach out to media relations with any follow-up questions you might have. And I'll follow up with the group with a link to the video and audio shortly. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Recording
Appreciate it.
stopped.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.